Ladies and gentlemen, it is another Wednesday, another episode. Welcome to the Sparta HU Network on this tonight broadcast of Anime Unlock. While I'm waiting for my co-host to come in, I want everybody to take their time, come in, get yourself situated. We got a nice episode we're talking about today, and it's one of the iconic anime out there. Hey Eric, how you doing? What's going on? I was ready for this episode because it's a very unique episode for a very iconic anime that I'm sure some people have watched it, some people have not. But who knows? It's called Ghost in the Shell. And I'm wondering how many people have even watched even the movie or the series of Ghost in the Shell. I'm wondering. Or have seen the live action movie of it. So we're coming a cult fiction kind of thing going on with this franchise. I've watched some of these episodes, the older generation of Ghost in the Shell, before they did a revamp and having more CGI like. Hey, Lady Navarre, how you doing? Good evening. I'm waiting for my partner, Wally. I don't know where he at right now. I hope he's coming in soon. Waiting on him. A lot going on today. So how's your guys' week so far? Before we get to the show. No, it's not just me. I'm waiting for Wally. I mean, me and Wally doing this show. This nice episode called Ghost in the Shell. It's a mixed review. I'm trying to be patient, see when he coming in. But other than that, how's everybody doing? How's your week? I know it's Wednesday. We halfway in. How are you dealing with the madness in this country, where we had a, technically speaking, and I would say technically speaking, an uneducated president who barely graduated from high school. In technical terms, he actually failed high school and he actually failed college. He didn't really actually graduate. His daddy money paid for his graduation. Meaning, in technical terms, he actually failed his classes. He failed high school, couldn't get no passing grade. So his papa has to slide some extracurricular money to him to pass high school. Did the same thing in the university. You couldn't pass the class either. Papa once again. Privilege, right? And this one will come in here and talk about he's some superior race. Yeah, okay. How you superior you can barely pass high school or college on your own without using your money to try to bribe the dean, or while the dean did not want to pass you, went over the dean head, went to the president of the university to pass you out of there. Crazy, huh? Why is that some rich people kid are not really that intelligent at all? That you gotta pay for their grades. That'll be another conversation itself. Maybe that might be a topic for the show. I don't know. I'm waiting for Wally to pop up. I want to do the show alone. He had the presentation for the show, I believe. If you know where Wally, you can reach out to him. Tell him we are waiting for him to come into the show. So, what's the plan for the coming week, or what's the plan for the weekend, everybody? It's kind of different when you're on your own right now and you don't have all the presentation. I do have the idea what the show we're talking about, technically. It's concerning Ghost in the Shell, which is a cool. No, don't get me wrong. It's a real good anime. They have the anime. They got the manga, which is crazy. Oh, yes, Eric, I'm glad you mentioned that. I did the same thing too. I first saw the movie first. Then I watched the standalone complex a few years later. I watched the, you just had it on Toonami. Yeah. You used to air Ghost in the Shell in Toonami. When Cartoon Network was cool back then before it got real stupid. Back in the early 2000s. And I believe did it do the game for Ghost? No, 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 no. I think they were supposed to do a video game for Ghost in the Shell back then. And it didn't come out. I'm wondering why. Hmm, interesting. The original Ghost in the Shell movie came out back in 1995, I believe. It was a cool anime, cool concept. And it's one of those cybernetic anime that got people thinking like, hmm, what would the future be like for us? Like now think about it. Let that have that conversation like based on that anime. Imagine being a futuristic time whereby you can actually you can live outside your own body. You have a cybernetic body whereby you could do all kind of things depending on the specs, if you can afford the specs. hmm Some people are given special privilege to have to inspect, enable, or engineer for them for their cybernetic body. So you can do all type of wonders and feats, jumping over 20 feet tall, moving at a lightning speed, climbing, you got infrared sensor in your eyes, you can see through buildings, you got a targeted system enabling your eyesight so you never miss a shot. Imagine that. Come on, Wally. Where are you, man? You know it's Wednesday. You got a show to run, man. Where are you? Yeah, I know where Wally is. Tell him to get his butt over here. He's about 11 minutes late. Hello, Marina. How you doing? Good evening. And I'm waiting for Wally. We got a few more minutes before. If not, I'll just start the show on my own. Read from my notes. Sorry, guys. Got a effective way on Wally. He will have the presentation set up for that. But that's a very interesting anime. I would like to talk deep into it. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? You're wrong for that, Eric. You gonna bring this one up, Appleseed. The thing is, I think Appleseed is better than, I don't know if that's an argument, but I believe Appleseed better than Ghost in the Shell in a way, even though they're almost similar in Dominion Tank Police and Black Man. No, Dominion Tank Police. I saw a few clip of it, but I wasn't able to watch the whole series. I need to find time to get it and start watching that. Man, I don't think, yo, I need people to understand anime is not cartoon. You'd be surprised what you see in anime. The type of content is not retarded like these brain drain, brain watching cartoon that be produced out here in the US. Meant to dumb down people as well, dumb down kids, make them more retarded or slow in their cognitive thinking. You know, they think they're smart, they're not really actually smart, to be honest with you guys. And they keep forgetting in this country where the education system is not up to par. When I saw Appleseed, I was like, whoa, they might give Ghost in the Shell run for his money. It was cool, action packed, the storyline was unique. There was no copying, but I kind of enjoyed it. I'm going to take your word for it, Eric, about Dominion Tank Police. I need to look into that and see how cool that is. And that's a cool ass anime. Imagine the guy had a revamp or remastered. Give it some better graphics. Because there's a lot of great anime, cybernetic anime of the past. You can mention another one, Cyborg 09. Was it Cyborg 009? That's another one right there. Cool classic Japanese anime that got revamped and they had it on Netflix. What is another? You know what? Besides Ghost in the Shell, Appleseed, and Cyborg 009, what other cybernetic animators out there that? Oh, Wally, you finally made it. And I see you in the chat. Give you a moment. I'll give you more than a moment. I'll give you a Kit Kat. Let me see. Can anybody list any more cybernetic anime besides Ghost in the Shell, besides Appleseed, besides Cyborg 009? Which other one is out there? Hmm. I'm trying to crack my brain right now. I'm trying to think of all the anime because I've seen so many. But something that's more on the cybernetic part of it. Let me see. Pluto. That one was on Netflix. But that's based on, it's almost like a spin-off of Astro Boy. Yeah, I might be wrong. What's another one out there? I'm thinking that almost relatable to that of Ghost in the Shell and Appleseed. I'm trying to think. This is why like to have these type of show every one that we talk about these different type of animation that have made an impact in the community. Yeah, I was watching let me see. I was finishing up with this other anime, another dark anime called Jujutsu Kaisen. I only watched season one. No, it wasn't. Eric, it wasn't. It was a different producer. I'm sure about that one. But Cyborg 009 is very, very authentic. Hello, Wally.
What's going on, David? What's going on, everybody? Sorry I'm a little bit late, but yeah,
What took you so long?
I was doing some things in the back.
Hmm.
Just handling some stuff.
Uh, you can't be like Ghost in the Shell late.
Guess so. I guess so.
I hope you load up the predator. We'll talk about all the different type of cybernetic anime beside Ghost in the Shell. Eric mentioned Appleseed, which I've seen that one. He mentioned what was it? Domino Tank Police. That's a classic anime, but I didn't get a chance to see that if I'm able to. Hey guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into the topic, which is Ghost in the Shell. Let me get to the reading. Ghost in the Shell is a cyberpunk franchise that was originally since expanded into various forms of media, including manga, anime, film, TV series, and live action adaptation. Created by Masamune Shirow, the series explores themes of artificial intelligence, cybernetic, and nature of consciousness in a highly advanced technological world. Now, here's the thing. There was a time I recall there was rumor they wanted to build a video game based on Ghost in the Shell. It was shocking it never came to pass. And that's crazy. Don't you think?
Uh, honestly, yeah. I mean, honestly, it could have been a game. In a lot of ways, it probably would
Because
have been better than Gungrave.
ooh, yeah, that's a burn.
Yeah, I went there. I went there. I went there. I went there. Yes, I did.
And yet everybody expected me to go there. But he went there quick.
I mean, I may as well. Shoot me. I may
Now,
as well. Just throw it up on there.
no, because this was a would you call it a cult fiction or cult culture? Because Ghost in the Shell was a naysay, but it was the standard bearer for cybernetic anime. You know, you had to think of cyberpunk, the more featured one that came out that had a game.
Right.
Um, you had you had like I said, Ghost in the Shell, Appleseed. I mentioned Cyborg 009. You know any anime that's more cybernetic base?
Cybernetic base.
They might have the same type of yeah.
Uh, I'm trying to remember because
I'm going through
they're
my
more
brain
likely
right
some
now.
of them that are out there other than the traditional ones that we already know already.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me see.
Because there's a lot. I'm going to my. I'm not even googling right now. Because I'm going to all the one I've watched and seen in my head. There was one that I forgot what it was. It's like this man looked like a grandpa, but I think he made some kind of alien and he made a wish to have his body change to a cybernetic form, and he's like the ultimate cyborg. I forgot what the name of that anime was.
Uh, oh, wait a minute. I
Um,
think hold on. I'm trying to remember this one. I think yeah, because this one definitely had something. I gotta remember this name. Hold on, give me a moment. It's on the tip of my. I'm trying to remember what it is. Okay, you remember Akira?
oh, Akira, yeah.
Yeah, Akira. Yeah, that
That's
throwback.
Akira is the original classic. On the how you gonna put it? Akira is considered the introduction to anime when it came out. That was one. Um,
Um,
man, I'm thinking about like you could go to the next slide while I'm thinking about all the other
oh yeah,
cybernetic
did you
anime that was
introduce this
out
one?
there. Which one?
No, I'm saying, did you introduce
I
this
read the
part?
introduction. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I read the introduction already. But I'm trying to think about all the other cybernetic anime that was out there because when Ghost in the Shell came out, Akira came out before Ghost in the Shell.
I
Then there was
mean,
the
you already
Apple
mentioned
Seeds.
cyberpunk. Uh,
Cyberpunk is more new, but I think I don't. I think we got to do a show on that one. 'Cause I never got the chance to watch the anime. It's on Netflix right now, but I have to watch it. They made the game first before they made the anime.
oh yeah, this was this
Let's
one
see.
anime that they did. way back. Um, that was pretty interesting. I didn't watch it
Cyber
yet, but
City,
I
Your
heard of it.
Deal.
I heard about it. Okay, Boswell? No.
Which one is that?
You ever heard of Psycho Pass?
Oh, I never got it. I heard of that, but I never got. I don't know. I was curious about either to watch or not to watch. I wasn't too sure because, like I said, I'm picky by my anime. I don't like to watch any anime that is not worth watching. Is it good? You guys gotta let me know about that one.
Yeah, because
Wow,
like I
yeah,
said, I
let me
haven't
know
watched
these
it, but I did heard about
cybernetic anime in the chat room. Thank you, Eric, for doing that because you're faithful in doing that. I'm gonna read this
it.
title:
But one thing
Origin
I
the
will tell
manga,
you.
98. Yeah, go
Oh
ahead.
no! Oh yeah, no, keep going. No, yeah, because I was gonna tell you
No,
like
go ahead.
Psycho Pass. It does got a good rating, so
You had a good rating. Hmm.
yeah.
You know what? I might look into it though. I might look into it.
Let's see. What else is another one that
So,
they
ladies and
have
gentlemen,
that I remember?
please list of any of the cybernetic anime that you may come across into the chat. All right. So let me read the origin. Origin, the manga, it came out in 1989 to 1991. Ghost in the Shell, Kokaku Kidotai was first introduced as a manga series written and illustrated by Masamune Shiro. Published in Kodansha Young Magazine from 1990 to 1991, the story is set in the mid-21st century and follows Major Motoko Kusanagi, a cyborg officer of the Public Security Section 9, is a covert task force specialized in cybercrime and counterterrorism. Hmm. Crazy, isn't it? We need one like that up here. The manga introduced let me slow down. The manga introduced philosophical question about the merging of humanity and machine. Now, that right there, it's funny how we're not even doing a merger, it's more of a replacement. If we think about it right now. And we can AI to replace human worker to take our job. Then it's cheaper to hire a computer. Trying to be sarcastic about it.
High end computer,
So there's no merging here
pretty
going
much the police, secret agent.
on. So the spin-off or sequel is Ghost in the Shell 1.5 Human Era Processor. That's from 1991 to 1996. A collection of unfinished story that bridge the original manga and a sequel. And then Ghost in the Shell 2 Man-Machine Interface. That's in 2001. It explored transhumanism and the evolution of artificial intelligence. Now, it's funny how this was a topic of discussion back then when they created manga. I'm trying to give an idea what it may look like. And you have all these movies like RoboCop, The Terminator, and I'm sure they must have saw this script because this manga came out in that. What year did RoboCop came out, and what year did The Terminator came out? If you don't mind me checking for us, Wally. I want to see which one was first, this
RoboCop and
manga
what else?
or The Terminator.
Okay.
The first RoboCop movie, what year did it came out?
Okay, hold on. Give me a minute.
That's a good question to ask.
It was 1987.
Oh, so RoboCop came out 1982 or The Terminator?
Yeah, no. RoboCop came out in 1987.
Or The Terminator was 1984. The
Okay.
Terminator came out in 1984. RoboCop came out in 1987. This manga came out in 1989. So I would say RoboCop and the Terminator influenced this manga. That seems to be correct, right?
You could say that in a sense. Not entirely, but
Well, cause this manga was. I mean, they put it like this though. To create something of this nature, how long you think a writer it take? No, let me rephrase the question. How long do you think it take a manga writer to create such a material like this to have it published? What would you, the average time going to be? And we can put it in the chat if you have an idea. If you know, or we come across a person who's a writer or a comic book writer or a manga writer, how long you think it take them to get the idea to not only depict a story, you create the character, right? You build that character and give it life, right? You create a plot, a storyline that work with the character. How long you think it take them all together to create that such a manga or a comic book? How long you think it would take?
I mean, I wouldn't be
Give me an idea
surprised
in
if
the
it took
chat.
like 10 years beforehand.
10 years beforehand.
Yeah,
Mm. So think about it. Reason I'm asking that question, Terminator came out in 1984. Robocop came out in 1987. But there's also the controversy about the origin of Terminator because the person who actually wrote the Terminator was a black woman.
right.
Her story, her script was taken from her and given to somebody else to split it up into two different movies.
Which are all coalesced into the same movie.
So crazy. Bingo. First one was Terminator, second one was
Matrix.
Matrix.
Yeah.
They took her script, broke it into two to make two different movies. She won the lawsuit and got her settlement, but still, that was shady as hell.
I mean, well,
So imagine that.
I mean, but honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the fact that she got paid is great. That's very great that she got paid for her
Yeah, but
work.
if people,
But one thing I will say, even
even though
though
she got
they took
paid,
the original, they took the original work.
mhm,
I mean, it's still genius that they thought of instead of just putting it into one movie, they split it into two. The problem was they never collided. They never collided and made it the ultimate movie.
that's the problem because what she wrote could have been better than what they could produce. If you think about it, remember we talked about it before when we talked about the Star Wars franchise, right? When Joe Lucas created the Star Wars and he got chewed out by the audience, and he was keyword forced to sell it to Disney, and Disney shat on that franchise, messed it up, flipped it up, whack it up to the point they almost became garbage right now. And now they're trying to shop it out to somebody else. Like, you serious? Like, who you kidding? Like, who you trying to kid? You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I mean,
Can y'all hear me?
no, I can hear you. I'm just saying, like, I don't really correlate Star Wars with this ultimately, but yeah,
But you get my point though.
yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
That's what the issue. So that happened. So I understand the creative right when you create something and you have an idea how you want it to be. You don't want somebody to come behind you and just take your brainchild and just do whatever with it.
I mean, but overall, I
So
mean,
like,
if
you
we're
know,
talking about RoboCop, I mean, but let's be honest though, right? If we're talking about RoboCop, and then we're talking about The Matrix, was it really bad that they separated into two separate movies?
and I would say yes, it was bad because first and foremost, when you separate the script, you're asking you a little more rewriting in the process of doing it.
Yeah, yeah. I honestly,
Because
I ain't
one
gonna lie.
thing,
I'd probably take. Go ahead. Go ahead.
because think about it, what is I would say that what is it wasn't meant to be that way. What it actual
Okay, you're
script
starting to lag. You're
had
starting to
no
lag.
editors, and
Okay, you're back.
they sabotage kind of like screwed up for them to do that. I'm not gonna lie. You can change the slide while we're talking movie industry. Someone would have taken years upon, I won't say years upon year, but let's say 3 or 4 years, maybe 10 years, to write a script to make sense of it, right? And just like our favorite creator, Akira Toriyama, when he made the Dragon Ball Z franchise. Remember I said it before. Once you make the story, you create the character. You have like a roadmap how you want to build your characters, right?
Uh-huh.
Every character unique. You ever see the type of room called the writer room, and you see the people have like drawings on the wall, and they can work on different character, what the character will be based on, and they have notes on there, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So imagine someone who trying to write a manga, build an anime, and he has all his notes based on what kind of character they put in and how they go build them piece by piece based on each episode
Uh-huh.
and how the placement going to be. So imagine that type of work going through. Change the slide already?
Okay, see, I can imagine what you're saying.
Uh,
Here's only one small thing. There's only a small caveat of differences of what you're saying right there. Because, for instance, let me just put this in perspective.
okay, go
I
ahead.
mean, one thing's for sure is when Akira Takayama's work, let's be real about one thing. His original work was slightly edited. How so? Because let's be honest, the original claim to his work, Vegeta was supposed to be dead. It was thanks to the fan base that kept Vegeta alive. So let's be real, that wasn't initially a part of his plans.
Mm,
So yeah,
okay,
let's get real.
I agree with that.
Sometimes there's certain tweaks that are needed, which is why I said, for me personally, if you did RoboCop and Matrix separate, it wasn't really a bad idea, because remember, you're training young Nero for the future of what you can expect of these quote unquote these androids, right? And then you got an android that's already
Okay,
moving about making work. Eventually, you have to connect these two movies back together, which then creates the conflict of interest, which then creates the movie. So I think there is things like you just gotta, like I said, they worked it to the point that you've seen it, but they haven't worked it where they connected the dots fulfillingly. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing that they separated. I'm just saying it's a
yeah,
bad thing that they never finished it. That's the one thing.
I give you that. I give you that. That's very logical. I give you that. I like that standpoint because when it comes to creativity, that's what your brainchild. And someone take your creation and say, no, 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 do it this way. It's like I said, this is what I feel sorry for Joe Lucas and his franchise. It got done dirty. Remember, we had that very deep. I wouldn't like we were arguing, but you can tell we all had different view how to save that franchise. My idea was we're brutal. I'm not gonna lie, because how many anime that have you and I have seen so far? They had to remaster, redone, rewrite, and fix it just to do it justice. Like, come on, you and I have seen this before, right?
Give or take, yeah.
Am I wrong? Okay, so when I mentioned that, I know everybody was like, "You want to?" Be, yeah, but when did Star Wars first came out? How many years is that?
Exactly. That's already deep within the
It's a
climax.
huge
It's like
yes, but the time it came out, the era it came out, it's different than the technology you have back then when it first started Star Wars franchise, different than the technology you have right now today. So it's best bet to not only reboot but do it justice, but not only get it justice, you do on a I can't call it a primitive, but on a mission whereby one, you find new actors who embody the character that you're trying to build from the Star Wars franchise. You know what I'm saying? You know why I'm saying that? Let me
No,
give
yeah,
credit
no,
to the
I
writer
agree.
and the
'Cause I
creator
agree with
of.
you.
No, let me tell what I'm basing off. Let me give a shout out to the creator and the writer of Harry Potter. You
Hmm.
see how they built that movie and that franchise, right?
Hmm.
They have these actors who grew. That that right there is genius. And you know the gap for each movie is not too far apart. You know that, right?
Uh huh.
Right or wrong? No,
No,
tell me
you
if
go
I'm
ahead.
right or wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Go ahead.
We look at the Harry Potter movie, right? While they're building up the franchise, you know these actors grew up into the movie. They embody the characters, right?
Hmm.
It's not so, yes or no?
Yeah.
The same applied to Lord of the Rings. It was the same way too. What I was suggesting from a career standpoint when we make that argument that you might have to do the whole franchise the same way. But the task to do such a thing is very huge. Because what you're saying is, forgive me for all the fanboys and fangirls, you're saying is we're rebooting all the character from the old Star Wars and we're doing it properly from chapter one and let it go all the way to the last chapter, right? This way, there's a level of consistency of going across the board. I know people don't
Right.
see what I see. I look at the big picture. I don't look at once more. I look at the big
No,
picture.
I
How
agree
you
with you because I said
have
the
all
same
these,
thing. Hit the reboot.
and that's the thing. But some
I
people
said
want
the
to think
same
about
thing.
that. So I'm not going to wait for the topic. Animation film adaptations came out in 1995. Ghost in the Shell. It's directed by Mamoru Oshii. This film is one of the most influential cyberpunk anime film around, and it was. It was a
Mm.
major hit in 1995. The story followed Major Motoko Kusanagi investigating a mystery hacker called the Puppet Master who can hack into human mind. Now, that idea, human mind, people think that possible. This when you in a time whereby you are mixing the human body with cybernetic and deal with the artificial intelligence. Something that Elon Musk was trying to jump ahead and do that when he bought Twitter
Right, with
called
his,
X.
yeah, and I ain't
Yeah.
trusting none of
I'm giving you guys hints. Me either. Let me see. Eric said William Gibson was one of the founding father of cyberpunk as a subgear of science fiction. Bruce Sterling is another well-known author of cyberpunk. I like that. The theme of existentialism, artificial intelligence, and post-humanism are deeply explored. It has been explored since the early 80s. From the Terminator, you've seen that. From RoboCop, you've seen idea popping that. Now you have this franchise, Ghost in the Shell. The film influenced many sci-fi work, including The Matrix, 1999, which is correct. Ghost, hold on, pause. No,
that.
not say correct. It's correct. Pause. It's
Yes.
correct and incorrect. Let me stop there. We just talk. It's funny how we talk about The Matrix and the Terminator, right? You see how that linked up right there?
Oh yeah.
Later than that, when you build an anime franchise, there will always be a backstory, and the backstory will always connect to the main story. Imagine I was talking about Transformer. I'll talk about the writer who created the script for both the Terminator movie, sorry, not Transformer, Terminator movie, and the Matrix. And imagine that in this slide, it said this movie has this franchise has influenced many sci-fi work, including the Matrix. But little did I know, it did at the same time. It did not. Let me continue. Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocent 2004, a sequel to the 1995 film. That's almost a decade later. Directed again by Mamoru Oshii, followed by two Kusanagi former partner as he investigated a case of a murdered android, more, philosoph- more philosophical and visually complex than its predecessor. But I had an issue with that anime. The gap was too long, 10 years. You know, if anything, when you are building a franchise like this, right,
Actually,
and you
9
create
years.
such an anime, not yet, but okay,
Yeah, yeah.
correct.
Small thing. Small thing.
Want to leave it that long?
I mean, yeah, you don't. I mean, personally, I think it's not much more of a fact that they wasted too long because I think they already had the sequel really done. It's the fact of the production to bring in the next part. So the productioning was the part that was really holding back, pretty much. But yeah,
But that's the thing of that. But even though it still had a cult follow, because this is the thing that you and I both know this. Either it's anime movies, anime series. Whenever there's a huge gap in the time frame it comes out, it create a wedge among the fan base. People wonder like how long you gonna take to do another series, another production. Like why made I wait
oh
that
yeah,
long?
no, that's very true. That's very true. Because by the time you gave them a TV show, it's already done. It's like, yeah, you're gonna more people are gonna ask when's the next one coming. Like, how long are we waiting here? Yeah, that's true.
The bigger demand to the point where without with the Dragon Ball franchise, there was too many gaps in between the time they were doing the production due to internal politics.
Yeah,
And and here's the thing, you can either lose your fan base or you can win them if you stay out too long. Don't you think?
yeah. I mean, the tough part is this is the tough part about the fan base, right? And I think this is where the fan base got to be very questionable in the fact of how it all plays out because in the minds of things, yes, you wanted to play out in the TV series because you already gave us the TV series. But in some cases, we also know, like, okay, they're giving us the manga. And if you're a true fan, then yes, you're doing not only just the TV series, you're also doing the manga if you can afford to, right? So that's another key part of that whole thing, too. It's like, I think, and most people were true fans because think about it. If you're looking at this from a perspective of you became a fan of this and you end up finding out this has a manga, then what this happens? You convert
Mhm.
that fan of the TV series into now buying the manga, which now brings in them from reading the eternal stuff anyways, and it's going to read
True.
forward into what we're going to do. The only problem is, will you get a chance to see it? That's the questionary part. So, that's that tug and pull of like, okay, are you going to question? Are you going to get this? Are you going to see this? Because especially if you know that you left that cliffhanger of, yeah, there's a continuation, then it's like, yeah, that's the dirty part because you left the cliffhanger saying that this is going to continue, and you're not continuing. Like where are we at here? Trust me, I've seen other animes. I'm still pissed that I haven't heard nothing about those.
And that is the good point. That is a very, very good point. Because here's another thing I also be aware of. You and I have seen this before plenty of times. When you have new fans of a particular genre or franchise, right? The moment they get a chance to read into the manga and they find out the manga is one thing, but the anime movie or the anime series is another thing, meaning you must have stir away from the original content. It created debate.
Right.
You and I both seen it plenty of times. Perfect example. I think we might do a show on this anime called Shaman King. This is a perfect example of an anime when it first came out. They decided to do their own thing. They didn't follow the manga, and it didn't end well with it. And they were forced to do a reboot and do it just by following the manga and then finish it though. That's the thing about it. Okay, what book is that? Intron Depot. Okay. You can go to the next slide, but this is something I always trying to say. We have this issue when we were doing all these other episodes. We were chastising some animal that dropped the ball, so the creative team were busy. Some creative team
Now I want
didn't
to throw
just
another one
it.
before
They
you
hit it
leave
out the ball.
this. Yeah,
Go ahead.
so I want to throw this other one because I just found this one, right? So do you remember this throwback classic, Battle Angel Alina?
Oh, that's another one.
Yeah.
They had a live action movie of that one, and I think they had the anime.
Yeah, I
I
think
never
they
had
have
a
a
chance to
live
watch the
action of
live
this one.
action. They do have a live action, but it's more CGI ish.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I have to watch that to get my honest opinion on that one. Because believe me when I tell you this, I don't care you in your 20, you in your 30, you in your 40, you in 50. I'm going to explain to you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let nobody tell you anime is for kids. It is not. I'm telling you right now, it is not. I just finished watching Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. It is dark as you can get. Was it not meant for kids at all? But it was an interesting storyline. I was like, whew, action packed and gruesome. It's what it is. Unique storyline. So all the old folks, don't be ashamed what get into anime or reading a manga. Trust me, you're not gonna regret it. Anime TV series. A Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, 2002, 2003. It's how many years after the movie? Or in between the movie, no, in between the first movie and the second movie, yes. If you will take on the Ghost in the Shell universe with a new storyline, focus on Section 9 dealing with the cyber terrorism and a new villain called the Laughing. Emphasize on political intrigue and detective work. Cool as anime. No, Eric, you're correct. There are manga and anime that have something for the kids, and there are some for the adult. But here's the thing that people keep falling asleep on. They want to compare anime to like The Simpsons or Family Guy or another
No,
lame ass
no.
cartoon.
Yeah, you can't compare
There's
none of that.
nowhere near.
You can't do that. Nah.
That would that will be the most biggest and most massive mistake. I promise you. Which one are you referring to, Legend of on Netflix? Because
Have you guys
there's
seen
some
the
hot
ones on
anime.
Netflix? Yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about. But there is a bunch.
I'm telling you
Let's
guys, look
see.
for all the adult themed anime. Would it make regular live action movie look like a crap? It's better produced, better storyline. The graphics unbelievable.
Say what for me? I don't know what you talking
I'm
about, Lady
saying.
Nevo. What are you talking about?
So right now, we might have to do a show concerning the streaming services and see who is competing for the huge audience for anime. Because
Of course it is. Of course, anime is different from Simpsons and Family Guy. Simpsons and Family Guys are like a cartoon sitcom.
of course, don't get me wrong, there's some anime had its own sense of comedy, but it's not the same type of comedy you see like the Family Guy, Simpson, American Dad, and all the other American cartoons. They're not the same.
They're
And they got
definitely not
not
the
only they have action, it's better produced. They have a very consistent storyline. Will make real sense.
Oh no, Simpsons, Family Guy, all that. It's consistent, consistently on a simple tidbit of their so-called comedy. Slow and delusional.
And it's lame. I'm not gonna lie, it is lame as hell. I can't even stand it. The first most dangerous cartoon to watch at that time when it came out, Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. Well, that and plus
That what came in my brain
Celebrity
watching that.
Deathmatch.
Oh boy.
And then don't forget South Park. That was another twist turner.
Oh Lord.
That's
South
why
Park.
you only see those son of a
Oh
bitches
boy.
on freaking Comedy Central. Notice you don't see Family Guy, you don't see Simpsons, you don't see none of them other mother lovers on Comedy Central, but you see those motherfuckers there.
Mhm. So it was dangerously wrong for a lot of reasons.
Including Futurama. That's just a whole
It
nother
was.
tidbit.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
I don't know how people watch those. I don't know how people watch them.
I'm gonna be
I'll be
honest
honest
with
with you.
you. Sometimes
Ghost
some
in
of
the
the most simplest, stupid things are actually that funny in some ways.
but not for me. I would go like I was not now. Let me just change it. Ghost in the Shell standalone complex second gig. That was 2004, 2005. Look at the gap, which is appropriate. A year later, continued event of SAC dealing with the global terrorism and refugee crisis. Introduced the antagonist Kuze, a cybernetic enhanced revolutionary. The third one was Ghost in the Shell standalone complex Solid State Society 2006, a movie sequel to SAC that deal with a child cybernetic brain hacking. So you can see the gap. It's close to it. We keep the fan base active into it. Oh, Eric, Animaniac? Oh, no, thank you. I did watch that. After a while, like, let me stop. 'Cause I ain't trying to lose my brain cell. Mm.
See, Animaniacs was good. Nah, I can't disagree with that. It's like even though Animaniacs got like it was a little bit around the place, but one thing for sure, once Animaniacs start getting into like the good stuff, like they really hit it on the nail.
Oh, it get better. When you find a real good anime, you start to walk away from cartoon quicker than you think. You try to put cartoon to the side. 'Cause it's time for you to take a vacation out of your body. Cause believe me, I would say Netflix find a way of doing what they're supposed to do with the anime foundation. So many different anime to pick and choose from on Netflix. The audience base would be tremendous. The server might even crash, to
Yeah,
be
well,
honest with you,
they
though.
still got a lot of work to do though. They still got a lot of work to do. Some of
I
them
know.
fuck ups.
So imagine you had the whole entire library of the Gundam series franchise, which is massive. Already, they're trying to collect the whole franchise of One Piece.
Right.
Uh, they're
Speaking
coming
about
back. Yeah,
Gundam, uh,
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, so real quick,
No, you go
so
ahead.
speaking about Gundam, yeah. Speaking about Gundam, so I was over there at Jay's real quick. He was talking about some future animes coming through through the pipeline, and apparently there's going to be a whole new mobile suit Gundam coming out soon, or within a year's time frame. However, so yeah,
I heard.
it's be pretty interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
I heard about that. I saw some of the preview, but I was like, I wasn't sure it would be a hit. I want to know who producing that one. What the storyline behind that?
Yeah, the storyline
So
looking
there's some
pretty. It looks like we're about to have 2 pilots, if I'm not mistaken, on that one.
mm, that's right. Whatever
Yeah,
that
like
movie
we
took,
gotta
I
have a
have two
male and a
pilots.
female pilot.
Hold on. That's more like Pacific Rim that have two pilots. Um, Move to Gundam, they have two pilots. Anime that have that. Thinking. No. There was no anime that in the Gundam 2 that have two pilots. They'll be the first. I'll say that. Um,
Yeah.
saying about Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell, one of those type of iconic um, anime that it created a shift on how cybernetic anime ought to be produced. If you ask me, what do you think?
Wait, say that question one more time.
Ghost in the Shell created a standard on how cybernetic anime ought to be produced. If I'm right or wrong.
Yeah, I mean, because at this point, when you look at Ghost in the Shell, right, you follow a character not only like non-present in any formal way of being a human, but ultimately more than an on a cyborg that is just going through the waves of it. It's like you're going through you're ultimately moving and living as if you are truly a cyborg, but having some small human tendencies. You're building small human tendencies, and it's. So yeah, it's building that complex dilemma of having the human and the tech, the cybernetics, and then the humanality into play.
But think about it. This anime itself, it prove a point. There are people looking for a way to live forever, not die.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
yeah, no, that's true. I
So
mean,
they
we
want to
we
do it
see
is
this
to take
across
the
the board.
conscience. Which is crazy.
The fear of death scares everybody.
I go to the next slide. Oh, that's all gonna scare everybody. But are you ready for it?
Apparently, no,
Hmm?
because a lot of people are trying to escape it.
Good luck with that one. That's a genuine can be named model. Then again, let me stop that. There was never a term a real such thing was immortal because look at biblical time, there were people that lived past 100, 200, 300 years old. Like the Bible said, after people start to get multiple judgments start to come, the amount of time they spend on the earth living start to reduce over time. I wouldn't call they were immortal, just that these people had a longer lifespan.
Yeah, but I think the problem is because think about it, right? Back then, the food
Mhm.
was truly what it is. Now you look at where we are today with the food that we have now, and then how that affecting the body. Yeah, the lifespan tends to be easily wiped.
That was true. Ooh, this is my favorite slide for argument's sake.
This is my favorite slide for past argument's sakes.
Of course, this is what you gonna use for evidence for next time we have an argument based on this.
I'm just
Alternative universe
again.
and reboot. This is oh man. You can read it.
That's
Go
why I
ahead.
try to tell you. That's why I try to tell you. See, you see. Hey, look, we all have love for our favorite thing, but let's not give too much criticism to one side when you know that there's some
I'll give you.
criticism that has to be given on our own. And this is one piece of the criticism.
Go ahead.
Oh no,
You
you
can
go
read it.
ahead.
You
You
can
read
read this
this.
slide, and you can talk how you want to talk.
Oh no. Go ahead. Because I mean, again, I'm not sitting here saying I'm putting it to shame, but again, this is a proven factor. Like all of anime is not perfect as much as you wanted it to be.
I get you. So, first one is Ghost in a Shell Arise, 2013, 2014. It's either with a reboot or an alternative universe. And they said it was a complete reboot of the franchise with an origin story for Major Kusanagi. Reboot, reboot. There you go. It consists of 5 OVA episodes, later compiled into a TV series. The latest one is Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045. It's from 2020 to present. It's a Netflix exclusive 3D CGI series set after standalone complex.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Divided into 2 seasons as of now, and we see mixed review due to the anime style. So, ladies and gentlemen, Wally will give his presentation of his argument.
Oh no. Well,
Go
one
ahead.
thing's for sure is let's look at the one key factor point. Netflix exclusive. This is going to David's point about how strong Netflix want to compete. This is exclusive. Sheesh. Well, you know when you start getting exclusive like this, that means someone's ultimately trying to snatch the whole damn thing away from everybody else. Oh man. Because that only takes a matter of fact of saying,
We
well,
talked about it before.
hmm?
We talked about how Netflix playing this game or playing exclusive. They're exclusively the only one that do all the live action of all these anime. Are we not telling the truth about that?
I mean, true. I mean, I don't know how exclusive. I mean, when you say
What other?
exclusive, so I'm thinking like lockdown. They ain't nowhere else you can find it other than here.
So let's take that into perspective. Beside Netflix, you have a live action version of One Piece, live action version of Bleach,
Ooh, well, let me go
live
see.
action version of Rono Kenshin. Beside Netflix, what other streaming platform are they airing it at? Let's get to that argument, ladies and gentlemen.
Nowhere. Netflix.
Bingo, bingo. And remember, when they did the live action version of One Piece, it hit the new airway heavy. Remember that, right?
Mhm.
And they did a live action version of Yu Yu Hakusho on that one too.
Yeah. I don't like people playing with my childhood. Well,
Uh, hmm, you think you're alone in this situation?
no, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I don't like people playing with my childhood. Oh, Lord have mercy. Uh,
And then what we have pushback on. Let's be honest though. I saw the live action of One Piece. I have mixed reviews about that. The live action was more like a combination of multiple episodes that they're trying to squeeze in. 'Cause compared to the anime version of it, there are too many holes in it. That's the thing about it. So you cannot get mad about it. So think about that. Yet then they rebooted this franchise, and when they rebooted, remember that I said before about the Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
might have to do a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna make it justice.
Right.
That's the actual issue with that. So I'm not sidetracking the argument. So imagine they could do that to Ghost in the Shell, give it a reboot, and give it a better production. So what would be so wrong? Do the same exact thing with Star Wars. Mhm. Now, question is, with Star Wars, you have a choice if you're going to do a proper reboot. Either you do a straight live action, like you do like before in the past, but the whole entire franchise wasn't all live action. If you think about it, there was live action movies. Then you had the anime series of the Star Wars franchise, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Clone War was exclusively on the Cartoon Network. What I am I correct?
Now that I have to check.
No, when they did the Clone War for the Star Wars, it was exclusively on the Cartoon Network. It was not airing anywhere else.
Well, that's why I'm making sure.
Google it right now. Eric, Eric, and anybody who have seen the Clone War, Star Wars Clone War, where would it exclusively air at? At what network? Who had the right to air it? Because this is a good argument to throw out there. Because this is something we have been seeing in a lot of these something franchise, whereby some people are negotiating to get the exclusive right so they can make money off of
So
that.
hear me right now. So Star Wars Clone Wars, the '03,
Go ahead.
the 2D animation series was aired on Cartoon Network.
Hmm.
But Star Wars The Clone Wars of '08, which is the 3D version, which was Jordan Lucas' side of the version
Hmm.
that he created, this was aired. It was primarily aired on Cartoon Network initially, but it's also been released on Netflix and Disney Plus.
You hear that, guys? So Cartoon Network did what it did. You know what? How would I put this? There's no shade. Cartoon Network and many other these media companies took a script from AT&T. And did anybody know why I said I took a script from AT&T?
Oh, please go ahead and say that.
If you can remember your history, you remember what you think you know what I'm talking about?
Now I'm very blank. What are you
Let me
talking?
refresh it. Let me refresh your memory, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're aware of the smartphone war, AT&T at the time had exclusive right to what brand of phone until afterwards.
Uh huh.
Can you remember? I'll say it again. There's a time during the phone war, AT&T was the only service provider at one time that only provide you what type of brand phone, and nobody else could get it at the time. What phone you think I'm referring to? Would end up becoming the most popular phone in the United States. Made it too easy for you to understand.
You're trying to tell me that once upon a time they had neither the iPhone or the Samsung?
No, one point of time, AT&T had exclusive right to the iPhone.
Oh wow.
No other carrier could sell iPhone except for AT&T. You don't believe me? Google it. Yeah, Google it. I'm giving you guys homework. That's what I'm trying to explain to you why D was a practice that have done because somebody did it and was successful doing it. Google it. What service provider did first sell the iPhone that had exclusive right to it at the time? I'm a nerdy ass guy. I remember history, a certain event that stick out like a thorn. And then a lot of those.
Hold on.
I'm waiting.
Okay, yep, you're right. Yep, yep.
And what year did they start that?
It says okay, so yeah, it was done. Yeah, because the first iPhone was released in '07. AT&T at the back time when it was called Singular Wireless was sold was the sole
Hmm.
carrier of the U.S. was the sole carrier in the U.S. that could sell it. Yeah, exclusive for several years. Lord have mercy, Singular. That's so crazy how old that thing was.
Singular slash eight. Singular slash AT&T made a killing off that. When I say they made a killing off that. They have exclusive right to sell the iPhone for a good long period of time before they got taken to court by the monopoly market issue. Allowed to sell it to other service provider. So no matter what Netflix is doing right now, taking the script from AT&T to get exclusive right to live action version of the animes. That's not the same way. Tell me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
Please
you're
tell me if
right.
I'm wrong.
You're right.
And I remember, it's funny how I remember these events before for a particular reason because this is what's going on in today's industry, especially in the anime industry. You just said out of your mouth that exclusively there were three Netflix exclusive 3D CGI series set after the standalone complex.
Mm,
Netflix have ownership to that. Now, if you want to watch it, you do the Monopoly game, watch it from Netflix. I would not invite you to go and hack your way into it. I would not invite you to do that. Because it's not gonna do you well. But that was going on. It was Ghost in the Shell, but Ghost in the Shell was one of the beloved franchise. Go to the next slide.
all right.
Because this is something I like to point out when we have these type of conversations. Because a lot of things about these anime, it teach you a lot of things about history if you're not paying attention to small details. And it does. So no matter how, imagine some of the people who have the, I don't want to say it, but I have to say it. It's a term called the grandfather in iPhone. Remember that term where you say you got a phone grandfather in?
Yeah.
That was mostly referring to iPhone. Theme and influence. Key theme: identity and consciousness. What define a human? That's the first question. Second question: if a machine gains self-awareness, does it have a soul? You know that was the age-old debate among high school students who were science nerds
Mm,
because they break down the concept. To all you Christian out there, you know, for a human being, what are the factors that put a person into a human being? One, you gotta have a flesh body, which we have right here. We have our flesh, right?
mm-hmm.
Second aspect, to be a real human, you gotta have a spirit residing in your body, right?
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, you must have a soul. So the three factors to confirm that you are actually a human being. You must have a human body, flesh. You gotta have a spirit, and you gotta have a soul. But this anime here right here, this franchise, is questioning that theory about is it possible for a machine to gain self-awareness and, and have a soul or not have a soul? Good question, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably didn't
I
hit the
can't
other
wait.
argument.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was in the zone just talking.
Yeah.
Um, Civilization and AI, the blending of human and machine challenge the idea of individuality. I have a severe level of pushback concerning this concept, and I have my reason behind it because when you're merging the philosophy of machine slash AI with human, question to ask yourself: do you have full autonomy over your body when you have something that is considered to be foreign in your body?
At this point, the answer is no.
Two, there you go.
Yeah, because no, because it
Can
said
your
right
body
there the idea
resist?
of individualism, like that already, like you bringing in the blendings of machinery. That's like bringing in the separateness of it all. So it's like that's pretty much what you're trying to tell me is you're trying to literally demoralize my whole body into machinery, and at that point,
Bingo.
it destroys the
Now hear
idea
that.
of connecting to other people.
Hear that. Now hear that. Also, this question: how much do you have control of your body if you have foreign object like computer and stuff embedded in your body?
Exactly. You have as much as control as you have, as much as they allow you to have.
And how you sure they won't brainwash you and download a false agenda into your head? I'm just throwing these out there because this is a very good topic when we talk about this franchise. The second part of the topic, I'm sure they touch a lot of people's nerve. Civilian and government control. How much control should the government have over technology? Nigga, this is you always drop nugget. A movie from 1984 along those lungs and highly worth watching is Electric Dream. Yep, I agree with you. I really do. So think about that. Surveillance and government control. So, ladies and gentlemen in the chat room, how much do you agree, consider how much control the government should have over technologies?
Just as much as we can have it.
How far? Is it 20%, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100%? I'm saying this because this franchise opened up a severe can of worms.
I mean, this is where I sit here and say,
That's
right?
something.
If you're saying technology, like just technology, not
Mm-hmm,
cybernetics of human beings and machinery, but just
hmm
basic technology. In more cases than not, they're gonna have almost 100%.
Okay,
So let's say at a nice
that's
solid
fair to
number of
say.
90.
Okay, that's fair to say. But here where I will throw the monkey wrench into this. I know Lady Van you're not gonna like, but I already put a hypothetical. Hypothetical, Lady Navor. We in 2052. You have already acquired some kind of cybernetic body at that time, right? You trying to get frisky with your man. Showing the government is hacking to the chip in your head and trying to see what you are doing and watch you in real time get it on. How awkward can I get not knowing that you are getting it on, someone hacking the chip in your head, and watching you having fun in the process without you even knowing it? Is it crazy? Is it out of control? Is it the abuse of privacy? Let me know. Let me say in the chat. I just throw that out there because looking at the theme and the influence, get access to a type of world. Let me know. What about you, Eric? Because I'm not gonna lie, this anime did brought out a lot of debate about the future, what it may be like, how it will feel. Sophisticated robot are already here. Just check out Boston Dynamic. Oh, Boston Dynamic. How would I put this? Eric, I wouldn't even recommend Boston Dynamic. You hear me? Look up Sony. Look at the Sony robot. Japan and South Korea are already at the edge of breakthrough technology. They will have 5 to 8 robots dancing. They have a robot that can shoot a basketball better than almost any basketball player. They, the Japanese have been into robotics way much further than American has. The exoskeleton, please. Everybody talk about the new exoskeleton. Japan have been have that for medical purpose only, for people who cannot walk. This is a big deal. So think about that. Philosophy and what is the existentialism, borrowing ideas from thinkers like Descartes, Nietzsche, Nietzsche, and Lacan. I'll be real with you guys. I would rather live off the grid in the forest than have my body be hacked and used for government purpose. This is something that I have been. Ghost in the Shell does that to people. You will watch these animes. You have to question yourself: is it possible? Can it happen? Yes, it can happen, or you can get hacked, or the term violated.
Right. Like think about it. Like even on basic cartoons like Futurama, right? They'll show you,
Oh
hey,
boy.
we'll defy life. We cut the heads of presidents, and what we did, we put them in a lovely elixir that keeps their head alive and
Oh
able to talk
God.
freely.
Not even far away. That's a little more demonic, if you want to call it that way.
I mean, it is
Call it keyword. You put in some type of elixir tubes. That means you don't need a heart to live.
exactly. It's only really their brain.
Whew.
And how's it
Hey,
going,
what's going
True
on?
North?
True North Beer Cole. Welcome to our anime show. We're having this type of discussion about a franchise called Ghost in the Shell. I'm telling you, this anime, it does do it do something to you that make you want to question everything that you have heard before. It does that. It really does. Well, you gotta think about it. You have a man called Eli, the ultimate idiot Musk, who owned Tesla and SpaceX, right? He wanted to create chip that could put in the human brain, so he purchased a media company called Twitter, now known as X. Okay. There's a unique algorithm in Twitter They're not the same as Instagram. It's not the same as Facebook and many other social media platform, right? Fine, so to speak. But you're trying to train your AI to learn human nature, and you have a huge database to test that. You don't think that's a breach of contract? Come on, guy, you let me know. I understand all
I
these
agree.
legal hoops that corporations use to control the population, but also maintain their access to their wealth in a real sense. So think about that, because we can say that's not going to happen, but are we getting there for sure? We will be getting there for sure, for sure. And the question is, what are we going to do about it? How do we deal with that issue? Let's go to the next slide. Because I bring these topics based on the franchise because I want people to understand the creative mindset and his view. Maintain that's not a big, it's really a big thing. You're not paying attention to it. How many more slides do you have left?
One more after this.
Oh, okay. Influence of pop culture. The Matrix 1999 borrowed visual and cinematic element from Ghost in the Shell. Cyberpunk. Did we talk about cyberpunk? And we forgot to mention Blade Runner, which is another movie. We also forgot about Westworld and Ex Machina, another influential movie. Cyberpunk aesthetic in the gaming, Dork EX and Cyberpunk 2077, and movie Blade Runner 2049 were all much to Ghost in the Shell, which is correct. AI continue debate in modern sci-fi, Westworld and Ex Machina. I haven't seen Westworld, but I heard it's very unique and interesting. Ex Machina, I had to see that one too as well. So, wow, what's your point? What's your view about this franchise, or how the impact it had in the community?
Like I said, it's very much one of those types of things when you watch it. It's very interesting overall, right? Um, for me, looking at this whole Ghost in the Shell, one thing's for sure is it brings that true wonders of how will your life look like after you've been converted, and how much of you are fighting back your cybernetic lifestyle to reconnect back to being a human, or at least to grow into one. So
Mm.
yeah, very interesting.
Because besides Ghost in the Shell, apathy had the same fundamental as well. If you watch Appleseed, well, we might talk about apathy another time when we get a chance to. Because I can't say it's similar to Ghost in the Shell, but the ideology may be in a way, but much different on their approach or how they're going about it. That's the thing about it. So let's go to the final slide before we start talking about our thought on this thing, on this franchise, because I'm going to say this. When watching Ghost in the Shell the first time, it was cool, it was hip, it was more like, wow, I'd love to get to that level. Or they did older, you got to read more, you got to research more, you got to realize it didn't necessary. That line. Mhm. Should we cross the line that enter to the unknown that can either be or extremely bad? That depends on the situation. Am I wrong?
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Because masterful animation, the storyline hit it real hard. It have you guessing what would happen next. But to think of a world when that actually happened is scary. Ghost in the Shell is one of the most profound and visually striking cyberpunk franchise ever created. Whether through manga, anime, or live action, it continues to inspire conversation about technology, AI, and the human soul. There is something I have been to a lot of debate. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Anime will have you think about a lot of things. It may be fun, but culturally speaking, it's like a culture shock. And that's exactly it. And
Of
sometimes
course
I
it
had to
is. And
think
then
about
if
a lot
you
of
think
life.
about it,
Go ahead, go ahead. Throw your luck into this.
oh no, I
Go
was gonna
ahead.
say real quick. Yeah, yeah, no, I was gonna say, 'cause when you think about this, also, not only was it just a culture shock, but when you really look at Ghost in the Shell, I mean, Ghost in the Shell was sort of depressing as fuck.
The other word is dark.
I mean, you really think about it, it was really depressing. Like, Lord have mercy.
Because you have people talk about downloading their conscious, floating to the web. Like, really? That's scary. You download your whole consciousness into the internet. So imagine you run around the internet ramping like a madman, and you see an enemy at a certain terminal. You decide to boo, scare the crap out of him.
Like, just imagine, like, you're almost at the peak of your livelihood, and people are like, "Hey, everyone got to convert their bodies and their brains to a cybernetical body that matches their own, and then this is how you're gonna live your life." And in reality, all they're doing is like, "Oh, hell, wait a minute now. You know what? Oh, nope, gotta wipe that clean. Gotta wipe this piece out of your memory. Strip that down. Oh, you know this too? Oh no, strip that down. Oh no, you know this too? Strip. No. I ain't for it. I ain't for it. You ain't stripping nothing down.
That's the harsh reality about it. This is something I've been hoping that I never lived to see that. Because in Ghost in the Shell, it was doing way too much. So, how about this one? You don't have to worry about breaking an arm. You just replace it. Oh, you crack a leg?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll buy a new leg. This, if you ask
pretty
me,
much.
that's the extreme version of the BBL.
Ooh, ooh. He went there with that one. Oh man. Oh man. Oh gosh. He basically just
You
told
can't,
everyone is like, "Hey, you broke your nose? Okay, let's prepare it."
no one can argue. If you watch this anime, Ghost in a Shell, people will be replacing and buying or upgrading their body part. And it's funny, you have a group of human beings. No, let me rephrase that. A group of human beings known as women who would jump the gun way ahead of what the franchise Ghost in the Shell were telling us
Hey, don't forget about the
before
men that are
buying
trying to
the.
get height. They're doing it too.
They had to come back to that neck of the woods and face us. Be like, what's up? Why are you suspect? Which is a madness.
Not forget the
It's a
male Ken dolls out there in the world that are out there getting that piece of surgery done.
oh no, don't stop right now. Way ahead. They have the one that actually talk to you while you're doing it. there was video. I'm sorry. Ooh, Eric, you're wrong. Gassy Express 999 have people trading their flesh body for. Thank, thank you. That is the extreme version of the BBL. Imagine if one can do the same thing to their body part. You know what? Let me exchange my lower body and get a better lower body. I can control how my butt looks. I can redesign my BBL how I want. No, 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 no. Let me get the setting. Uh, hold on. Let me adjust the settings. No, I don't want make it a little harder. Yeah. Hold on. Let me make it a little bouncy. Then put a check mark on the firmness. Yeah. Let me adjust the firmness of the butt.
Oh wow, yeah. So what you're trying to sit here and tell me is we're gonna get that remote that Anna Steiner had, but that remote's gonna adjust our bodies in levels. Okay,
Thank you.
then everyone will be using that. Females will be using that
Oh
to look their
God.
bodies like to be this. Males will be using it to get height and everything else. Oh Lord have mercy, everyone's gonna go cuckoo.
Oh, the hype part. Oh, don't get me started. Okay. Um, how much for the 12 grand? Okay, let me pay 12 grand. So in case of if I feel like somebody taller than me, I don't like to. I just hold and in less than 48 hours, we construct it so the net to along the legs. Well,
Uh,
that one's
Eric, if
being
you're talking
done,
about the
but
expansion of growth of height, yes, it is being worked on.
I
But
feel like
men are
he cannot
seeing
walk no
failures.
more.
Yeah, and not just him, a few others. And let's not just talk about just height.
Oh
They're
wow.
also, they're trying to make sure their tool is up to par as well. I mean, granted, yes, we all know that
Oh
that's a little bit
yeah.
more cleaner these days, but shit,
I won't be the party have a
find
Wi-Fi
one person
control
that
over
doesn't
that.
screw up.
Yeah. Make sure I have total control of it. Do you have an app for it, or in the case I make it vibrate?
Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why technology
Oh
is
boy,
bad. This is why technology is bad.
you telling me?
But I think we're closing on this one. I don't think there's nothing much we
Hey,
can really say about this in addition.
even though you're not much into it, but the topic, the discussion about such thing, it has become crazy as of lately. That's why I said what I said. That it became a thing. The women, come on, you have a lot of women who cannot afford Dr. Miami, but they can afford the alleyways in the
Oh
Bronx.
Lord.
They can afford the alleyways in Brazil. They can afford the alleyway in Colombia. Or I don't know if the one in Brazil is more expensive or the one in Miami is expensive. Let's say it's slightly cheaper in Brazil, but you're able to test it over there. Am I wrong?
No,
Because this is
yeah,
something I've been trying
pretty
to point
much.
out. This this movie, it was cool, but it give you like a self awareness, like, oh, I hope I'm not alive for this. It'll be awkward. Believe me, it will be awkward. So, what's your final thought on this one? 'Cause I know we have at what 1 hour and 40 minutes, kind of a little early. And I was trying to fight my. I don't know. I had a long day, so ladies and gentlemen, do what I did here. I have. Don't try this at home, please don't. Cranberry juice. Make you 5 hour energy drink.
Oh Lord, you went with cranberry juice in a 5 hour. Lord have mercy.
Combination of bitter and body got used to the 5 hour energy, so my body. I have to walk around a bit and have the. This is a very interesting topic. Ghost in the Shell. It was a major impact in the anime community, but it raised too many questions. It did. That's why I'm throwing shade to the Ultimate BBL's collection. You get the right prosthetics that allow you to control your ass, and you have the app either on your phone or on your wrist. You can control the firmness and the softness of your butt cheek, or how it jiggle like that. And Dead or Alive. Do you know who played Dead or Alive? Was it?
I
There
have.
was a setting in the game. You activated to make the boo bounce more. I like seriously.
Wait, what?
You did not know, did you?
What? Wait. No, see, you're trying to adjust my childhood now. Wait, what?
You did not know, did you?
This guy.
It was in Dead or Alive. There was a setting in one of those games allow you to adjust the bounciness of the woman's chest. Don't ask me. I've never seen it. I was like,
See,
who? Hmm.
see, now I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go find this out. I'm gonna have to go see. This is a
Oh no,
damn
you
shame.
go buy the game and try it out for yourself.
No, I'm not gonna buy the game. No, I'm gonna do some research. Someone did this already. Someone had to. Someone had to reveal this. Saying this nonsense.
Remember, you used to have a gaming TV network back in the days before it was bought out. I forgot the name of the TV network. But they came back and Xavier Ward was part of that network at one time. Okay, it was iconic. You remember the name of that show or the network they had back then? Well, back then before it was purchased and renamed something else. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember it. Uh, Let me check or Google it because this was Tech Network show. See if I can remember that. The one in no. Oh, what gaming show that Xavier Wood hosted? I'm trying to see what Gemini was it. Thank you. Attack on the Show. Thank you. G4 TV. Remember G4 TV?
Okay, yeah,
You used to have a network back. You used to have a network on cable TV called G4 TV. Remember? It was the
yeah.
actual channel for us geeks, right? Where we watched all the type of show they had Attack on the Show, which is the iconic naysayer of that one, right? Then at midnight, we were watching G4 TV. It was actually showing an adult video game that was never been sold in the US, but you can only find it in one place and one place only, in Japan. And when I say adult themed video game, the type of thing you never expect it will be produced was actually was produced. So that's to let you know. I remember my stuff. People keep sleeping on me from time to time. Like, what you mean? This is why these things, every anime show we talk about, not only have a major influential impact in the community, but it has impact in society. This one we're talking about, it brought us so many questions about technology, about AI, and how we fit into the game. It does. And that conversation never stopped. It never did. I was said it gave NVIDIA the right to overprice their video card and put us in the binder. The latest video card cost $3,000 at least. And a couple of years ago, it took you $3,000 to build a PC. Let that sink in. A couple of years ago, it would cost you at least $3,000 to build a custom-made gaming PC. But now that's the cost of one of the latest video cards from NVIDIA, the 5090 series RTX. Just one part of a PC. Now, if you're probably go to the show, you don't need to buy a video card. That if you can upgrade the processor that you put into your body. So before we end the show, um, what's the schedule for the rest of the week, Wally? I know we got a show tomorrow,
Ooh,
which
yes.
I do not
Let
like. I
me
don't like
get
the
that.
topic. I really do not like the
Let me
topic.
get
Not
that real
one
quick.
bit. Wow. And I hate to say that, Wally, you got to be on the show.
So,
You got to be on the show with us tomorrow. I don't,
huh?
you got to come on the show with us tomorrow for this topic.
We'll see about that. But yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, Thursday, which is tomorrow, we're going to be talking about rebuilding a community. Steps to steps to unify and progress. Yeah, that's going to be a tough sell because everyone has a different idea of how to rebuild the community.
And I'm telling you, you need to come on that show tomorrow. No, but yeah, let me just say this one. Ladies and gentlemen, if I call your name, I'm sorry, you need to show up on tomorrow's show. Wally, you're one.
Oh no, man.
Boss man, you're
I
two.
don't.
The
All right,
reckless
if
the
I'm
reckless one, you are number three. Our elder, Mr. Paul Bennett, your number four. Who was at number five for this conversation that we're building the community? Uncle Rick, please show up. We might need your infinite wisdom on this topic. And there's a reason why I'm saying that. Ah, you know, I hate to be like, I told you so, right? You know me, Wally.
Not really.
You know how I am when it comes to information and data, right? I saw a glimpse
Yeah.
from yesterday's episode of The Barber Shop, and they were speaking about what took place on a podcast of three brothers originally from the Concrete Jungle, aka Brooklyn, New York, called the Daily Wrap Up Crew. Shout out to the Daily Wrap Up Crew because
Uh,
your elder is no longer here in the US. She in South Africa. I'm sure she must have seen your show and she wondered how you went through what you went through. But I'm gonna shout out to you guys, Daily Wrap Up Crew. They were talking about a particular episode. I saw the clip. It's making its round through MTR. Shout out to MTR. Mediocre Total Review. Shout out to him. And when I saw the first 2 minutes about what is the big issue, I was like, no, thank you. I'm good. Deuces. I am not touching that topic. You ain't pay me enough to touch that topic.
which is
Ain't
why I don't want to
happening.
be a part of that topic because
No,
it.
because if you gotta say I want you in part of that topic, because this is something that I've been trying to point out for the longer, and you have heard me say this numerous of times. You and Marcus heard me say this numerous of times on that other platform and many other platforms as well. I keep mentioning the word, what is your value system? I've been saying that for more 2 or 3 years. Now everybody not using the same phrase, what is your values? I've been saying that for the longest. Calling out because I see the big picture. They didn't see the big picture like I see it. I see the big picture. They had to admit on that platform the other night that other culture don't have time for this bullshit, but they allow that bullshit to fester in their community. But yet you got a bunch of weakling ass shell of a man want to call people like me a tether, but we're speaking out the actual fact and the actual truth, just that you're too blind to see the big picture. I digress. So what's will be coming on Saturday? What's Saturday topic?
Yes. So, okay, let me run that back real quick. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So, just a reminder: Thursday, rebuilding a community, steps to unity and progress. On Saturday, we'll be having a well. Let's say this: you'll be having our show on the Saturday show
Thank you. Thank you.
this week. You'll be having our type of content on the Saturday show this week. On Saturday, you
Um,
will be talking about Robotech. Is a classic anime series.
our topic on a Saturday. Ain't that
Right.
crazy?
Exactly. And as far as Sunday, as we know right now, currently, there is nothing planned for upcoming Sunday at the Great Area. So at the time of this recording, we do not have a show currently, but by next Wednesday, we'll be entering in Trigon, a Tales of Redemption and Gunslinging. Sorry, the Gunslinger.
Whew. And remember, we talk about who helped a particular franchise to get some kind of grounding before they dropped the ball the worst way, like
Exactly.
OKT did back then in the finals. Ooh, pun intended. AKA Gungrave. So I hope you guys be ready for that particular show. Um, If you have any comment concerning this franchise, Ghost in the Shell, please, we want your honest opinion if it was a great impact to you or not after the show run off the air tonight. Leave your comment about this franchise. Was it a cool franchise that you watched, or was it something that got you thinking about a lot of things? Because I hate to say that Ghost in the Shell have a heavy impact in our society, either we like it or we don't. They even did a live action movie of it, which was crazy, but I digress. So we at the cutoff mark right now. It's 11:27. We're over 2 hours in. It was a great topic, interesting topic because you can have a lot of debate about the idea this franchise created or introduced, and ask yourself, would it be a positive impact or be a negative impact? Because in reality, we at the someone at the door of entering in it. Question is, do they have the infrastructure and the foundation to support that type of ideology? That's the question. So I'll let you guys take your time, think it over, or go there and watch it and see how it is, and tell me what you think about it in the comment. We hope we can get some impact on all our past shows that we did so far on Wednesday. Give you a comment, give you your feedback. What we're going to talk about. We are going to revisit the Gundam franchise soon, but I think they want us to try out the Boba 2 Gundam Wing first, right? If I'm correct.
We did not clarify which one we're doing first on those.
Okay, so we will find out from our main producer, see what show they wanted to talk about from the Gundam franchise, and put that in the calendar schedule so we could be prepared for that.
I know they want
Because
us
this,
to surgically break that down piece for piece,
mm,
but
we will do that. Also, if we could revisit the Dragon Ball D franchise, but we will revisit Dragon Ball Daima. And we will certainly get into that topic too as well when we get a chance to. Now, if you have any anime you want us to review or speak upon, drop your comment, let us know. We'll go into it. So, I am your host, CBN Tech Talk, also known as Black David, also known as Bear Paws, soon to be known as Black Heart. This is my co-host, Wally, aka you didn't have other alias before Wally.
huh?
You didn't have other alias before you had Wally. You was like what management? What was?
What are you talking about? Did I had another name before that?
Yeah, you were like you were known at what management TV or what was it? You used to talk about
No,
money.
no, 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 no. I
I
was
remember correct.
known as well, yeah, I changed that name too, but I was known as Well Talks Productions. But as of right now, yeah, you can just call me Wally of Wally World Media. Yeah.
All right. So this is my co-host Wally. Today we did not lose it. Whew. I kind of like went in
Can't
on the
lose it on
video
this one.
completely.
Not
We
too
can't,
much.
not too much. We might find another anime we might lose it. Or you give us one to lose it, then we go in and go ballistic on it. But hey, it's what
I
it
mean,
is.
who knows? Depending on the memory of Trigun, there may be some losable moments on that.
Ooh.
Might be. I don't know. It just might
On,
be.
on that note, good night. Get some rest. Get ready for tomorrow's show. Hope you come over there and choose numbers and throw your idea about how to rebuild or actually build a community if possible. If it's possible. On that note,
It won't be possible.
good night.
It won't be possible. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.